Hello everyone, welcome aboard. I'm Brian Calger, Director of Hong Kong Yachts. This is video number 2 of my vlog, and I'm calling it My Yachting Resume. I commonly get asked, how did you get involved in yachting? Well, my answer is coming up right after this. I'm from the United States, Oklahoma in fact. And in Oklahoma there's many lakes and rivers. And honestly speaking, I think I was born on a boat at the lake in the summertime in Oklahoma. My parents religiously took my sister and I to the lake growing up as kids. And their boat at the time was a 1977 Oscar Taylor jet boat. Quite famous name for jet boats in that area of the world. And it was just a beast of the boat. It had so much muscle and it was very stylish with the kind of the retro glitter in the gel coat. And it had a big block Chevy in it. And it would go from 0 to your face just pulled back in the wind instantly. And somehow my sister and I managed to learn how to ski behind this boat growing up as kids. My grandfather ran an outboard motor repair business, and he was always working on outboard motors on various fishing boats and ski boats. And I remember spending a lot of time with him and growing up as a kid working on boat engines. And in fact, when I was 10 years old, he bought me my first boat, which was a 1966 Super Skeeter, dubbed the world's first bass boat. It was this long, slender fiberglass boat. It had a very unique design to it. And he rebuilt this 10 horsepower Evinrude engine for it. And now when we went to the lake, my parents would be driving their jet boat, and my sister and I would be buckled up in our life jackets, and I'd be driving this little 10 horsepower Skeeter behind my parents, and it was just a great time growing up. In high school, I found this early 80s Tidecraft boat. It was out in the woods with weeds growing up around it, and it had a beautiful 70 horse Yamaha on it. And I was actually able to buy this boat for a very good price for a high school guy. And I took it home and I fixed it up, and it was one of my big projects. And I turned this boat into a bass boat because I really enjoyed fishing. And then I went to college and I graduated and I got my feet wet in my career. And in 2007 I moved to Hong Kong. And mid-2008 I got tired of living at the hotel, so I was like, I need a place to live. And the first place I went, to the marina. Started checking out the various marinas in Hong Kong, and I found this 50-foot Hershine, which is a Taiwanese motor yacht, and it had this beautiful blue hull on it, and I just fell in love with this boat. Fortunately, I was able to make a really great deal on that boat, and that was my first motor yacht. And then about a year later, I found this Bombardier jet boat that needed a boat doctor. So I bought this boat, and I fixed this boat up, and it was my tender. And I sold both of those boats in 2013, and I bought my current motor yacht, which is a 70-foot Horizon. And it's just a great boat, a lot of room, and it's really a proper motor yacht. And then a couple years ago I bought an 18-foot Checkmate, which is a little ski boat from the United States that I have here in Hong Kong that I use for skiing. Professionally speaking, in 2008 I started working as a part-time yacht broker for Asia Yacht Services. And I worked for them for about a year and a half, almost 2 years, and it really wasn't a fit for me. So I quit, and I started just becoming a freelance broker, helping various colleagues and neighbors buy and sell boats over the years. And in 2011, I was approached by a gentleman who owned a Sunseeker here in the marina, and I was his charter captain. And I drove this boat for about 2.5 years, and the owner really wanted to see all the nooks and crannies by water in Hong Kong. I mean, we went to the most remote beaches and islands in Hong Kong, and it was really just a great experience for me to learn Hong Kong waters. But as I mentioned, I'm very much a do-it-yourselfer and a very hands-on guy, so I'm very much doing my own boat projects and boat maintenance. However, I've worked with many shipyards in Hong Kong. I've worked with shipyards in Sai Kung, Causeway Bay, Clearwater Bay, Aberdeen, Discovery Bay, and I've been working with many of my colleagues and neighbors over the years with various boating projects, and I really have a solid network of industry professionals if there's something that I can't really do myself. Coming up, my next video will be about yacht brokers in Hong Kong. It's going to be very informative. I totally recommend this video that I'll be doing, number 3. So stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.